What's up guys? So my previous two videos were about iPhone and I really want to make another one about the iPhone, but hey, Apple just released a new iPhone 12 and 12 mini and 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max and 12 Max? Or was it just... No, it was just 4 different iPhone 12s. While we're on the topic, why not talk about the iPhone 12 Pro video features and even compare it to the iPhone 11 Pro and see what's changed. You see, I love using my iPhone 11 Pro. Like, the cameras on it are really good. I can't see myself just rocking up on set. Like, alright, cool, we ready to shoot? Alright, let me just, action. Like, it just... No, but the fact that Emmanuel Lubezki, an award-winning cinematographer, and for those that don't know, he shot Gravity and The Revenant, so he definitely knows his shit. But the fact that he endorsed the iPhone 12 Pro could mean one of two things. Either he got paid a lot of money and he kind of needed it because, well, who doesn't right now? Or he actually really rates the iPhone 12 Pro. So this is what kind of made me think a bit more seriously about, oh, actually, what have they done this year that has warranted a professional cinematographer to actually look at the phone as a actual filmmaking tool? I don't want to use that word because I think everything's a tool if you think of it like that. And as I was watching the show, I heard keywords like Apple Pro RAW and Dolby HDR 10-bit and the LiDAR sensor. Oh, hold up. 10-bit? Like, this has been the year for 10-bit. The Sony cameras, the A7S III, the Canon R5, R6, the C7, like, every camera has been rocking that 10-bit lifestyle. And now the iPhone 2, like, what the heck? Like, really? The iPhone? Before everyone gets excited, like, whoa, all these features are available on all the iPhone 12s. Unfortunately not. It's only available on the Pro and Pro Max, which is what I'm going to be focused on mainly in this one. And also, I got really excited about the Pro. I was like, oh my god, have Apple just made Pro RAW, like a video codec or a photo codec? But obviously then I realized that it was just for photos. But keep your fingers crossed because I feel like it might be coming to video very soon. But boy, imagine that. So here's a quick overview of those video features that may have enticed Emmanuel Lubezki, and I feel like a lot of people that might be serious about videography or cinematography and maybe want a really good camera in their pocket all the time. So let's cut to the chase. This is probably the most important and the best professional feature that the iPhone 12 Pro has, and that is the Dolby Vision HDR 10-bit video recording. Now this is huge. The fact that your camera on your iPhone can now shoot 10-bit, and just to give you guys some perspective, a lot of DSLR and SLR bodies can't actually do 10-bit internally. They have to do it externally. Take, for example, the EOS R. It can only do 8-bit internally, and if I wanted to record 10-bit, then I have to attach a Ninja V to get that. To put it simply, it just gives you more colors to work with, like way more, like 700 million more. And I know personally, I would always go for more bit depth in an image rather than resolution, because when you just have more colors, you can do so much with it. You can color grade it exactly how you like and get that exact look, and the image just looks so much more vivid. It just has so many more colors that you can really play around with it and just get the look you want. And the problem with 8-bit is that when you go in to heavily color grade it, it just falls apart because you just don't have enough colors to work with. And you can obviously see this in some of these images where the sky just looks like it's layered and it's not a smooth sky that you would normally see with your eyes. It just doesn't look very nice. Hooray for 10-bit. It's crazy to see that we now have it on the iPhone as well. And the fact that you can edit that 10-bit HDR footage straight on your phone, and you know, you don't need a computer to edit those heavy files. Like, I'm really impressed. Like, I think this is probably the best feature in my opinion. So moving on, let's talk about the LiDAR sensor. Now, honestly, when I first heard this, I was like, oh man, like, it's just another gimmicky thing. Like, the only people I imagine using this are going to be people in IKEA or that are wanting to buy something from IKEA, and they do that thing where you scan your room and you're like, oh, what does this chair look like in my room? What does this desk look like? And I saw some games that you could play in VR and you could map it out to your table. So I was like, oh, that's cool, you know, it's fun, but I don't see myself using that all the time, so I don't really know why they put it in there. But when I heard what it could do for professional video, I was like, oh my god, this is sick. Like, how come no one's ever thought of this before? Real talk. Now, the iPhone in ideal situations always looks really good, but the one area I wish it could really improve on was the low light. Now, have you ever tried just filming something at night outside on your iPhone? It just looks horrible. Like, it's all grainy and pixelated, and you know, sometimes just really hard to focus. And I'm like, that's just one of the areas which I feel like they should really improve on. But obviously I get the limitations and restrictions of having a camera that small in a phone. And I think how the LiDAR sensor works is kind of like how bats use sonar. Like, they do it with hearing just to judge distances. And the iPhone, or the LiDAR sensor, does it with light. So it sends a bit of light and receives it, and it judges the distance between objects and itself, and it knows how far or how close things are. Now what this means is you'll never miss a shot in the dark ever again. And that's because normally if you're taking a shot and you're trying to hit focus and it's just going back and forward, you'll probably end up missing your shot. Well, not with the LiDAR sensor, because it can see in the dark, it will know how far things are and be able to focus like that, which could mean less time focusing and more time just taking the shots. And I think the easiest way that the iPhone could win in this category is just to have faster lenses. Now, the cameras on the 12 Pro are almost identical with the 11 Pro, but the only difference is that the wide lens is a little bit faster. I think instead of a f1.8 on mine, it's an f1.6, so it's not even a full stop. It's kind of like a third, like 20 or 30% brighter. And it'd just be good to see faster lenses in all three departments. Now, I know for me, I use the ultra wide a lot at night, and I don't know why. Like, normally I'd pull out my phone, go on the wide with that f1.8, and I'm like, oh, I can see. Hit the ultra wide, boom, it gets wider, but it also gets a lot darker and a lot more blurry. I'm like, oh man, I can't take the picture because it's just doesn't look as good as the wide. So if all the cameras could match or come close to the wide, I think that would be great. The only other thing to mention is that on the iPhone 12 Pro Max, not the Pro, there's this new type of stabilization called center stabilization, which is different to how they've normally stabilized the image with the lens, which obviously means that you'll get a more stable image. Now, I think the iPhone does a really good job anyway in this area, so a great improvement, but I don't really see myself seeing a huge difference, but it is there for those that want it. So that's my take on the new iPhone 12 Pro in terms of professional video features that this camera can handle. Now, 10-bit HDR and improvements in low light are definitely things that people are looking for, so I'm glad Apple finally brought it to the table. And I'm really interested to see how it compares with the normal footage from the iPhone 11 Pro compared to this new improved iPhone 12 Pro. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone creates with it. And you know, comment down below, are you going to be copying it? You know, what do you think of the iPhone 12 Pro? Are you going to be sticking to your 11 Pro like me? So yeah, comment them down below. And I know a few of you guys wanted to know how to get the best video quality possible from an iPhone and what apps to use. So if you want to see that video, smash the like button, and if we hit 15 likes, then I'll make that one for you too. And I really hope this video helped some of you guys out there, and if it did, I would really appreciate if you could just hit the subscribe button down below. We're trying to hit 1K before the end of the year, and I am posting more regularly, so it would be so appreciated. Thank you so much again, and thanks for watching. Hope you guys all have an amazing week. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Thanks so much for watching. Tilak out.